Now, complete high school football coverage. This is 10 Sports First and 10. Brought to you by these sponsors.
Welcome to the big show, everybody. Week 5 of First and 10 and injuries, the subject of my aptitude segment this week. Check it out online. With this reminder, TV news, folks, can be pretty taxing, pretty dangerous. I mean, the rehab on some of this stuff we're seeing, months. Meanwhile, the website needs no such healing. Allie Graham of Allegheny fame has it healthy and wealthy. Speaking of Allegheny now, the Cougars, after the combine with Covington, took a dominant 4-0 start into an equally dominant Radford Bobcats den for tonight's game of the week. Now, 10 Sports' Brooke Leonard was on hand for what was truly a clash of the Titans.
What was once a lopsided series for Radford, the consolidation of Allegheny and Covington creating a two-headed monster could certainly rewrite history in our game of the week tonight. First, let's take a moment to appreciate this gorgeous sunset over Linneberg Field tonight. First quarter, William D. Hart Lewis trucking it in for the touchdown. Kick is no good, and it's 6-0 Bobcats. Still first quarter, how about Landon Clark dropping a dime through the air to Max Knight? Two-point conversion makes it 14-0 Bobcats. 9 seconds left in the half. Allegheny's Des Jordan drops back and launches it into the hands of Hunter DePriest. Cougars getting on the board 21-6. Third quarter, Allegheny on the hunt. Jordan finds Purcell Turner in the end zone to make it just a one-score game. But this turnover late in the third was the nail in the coffin. Landon Clark turns on the Jets straight to the end zone. Radford gets the win, 49-22.
I think our defense really stepped up and they came to play. You know, they came out the second half and, punched us right in our mouth. But, we could have folded easily. And I'm just proud of our guys, our coaches and everything. They never gave up. We kept fighting, and then we finally got an interception. And it just kept up, and our offense really let off that energy from our defense.
Some guys can play. They're a really, really, really good football team. So I'm proud of our guys because I think momentum shifted big time back to them at the end of the half and then at the start of the third quarter. But that's a sign of our maturity and leadership that, we kept our composure and, hey, let's get this thing going again, and our guys did.
The competition continues as Radford will head to Glenver to take on another undefeated team. Allegheny has a bye. In Radford for the game of the week, I'm Brooke Leonard. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Brooke. The Knights were without their first two quarterbacks and their lead running back after injuries in that Stanton game. They fall to Floyd last night, 42-7. Patrick County over Carroll County, 26-17. Lord Botetourt's been on ice for an extra week after that Appomattox game was canceled due to a threat out at the school in Appo. Tonight, that threat comes to Daleville in Olympic High School out of North Carolina, which is Class 4, and they have an enrollment of 2,600 plus. So keep that in mind. It's rec night at LB. Future talent looking on. LB out early. Jakari nicely on the gallop and go. That is a touchdown. It is 7-0. Coach Harless's club up 2 scores now, flashing some defense. Deep pass by the Trojans. Chance Cato picked off by Cade Lang deep in the secondary. Lang has ideas that he wants the end zone, and he's got some blockers, and he indeed would take it deep into Trojans territory. That's going to set up nicely again. Quarterback power. He is in. And then later, Nicely was able to showcase his speed. Watch right here from 49 yards out. The cutback, and as soon as he gets the sideline, look at the afterburners right there. Lord Botetourt moves to 3-1, 57-21 tonight. GW Danville at Stanton River. The Golden Eagles 2-2, but GW ready to fly. This is Daryl Mabin galloping in for the touchdown and the 7-0 Eagles lead. Eagles in the second quarter. It's Mabin again following his blockers, 14-0. Now Parker Tuning catching the pass, and the big fella's rumbling deep into GW territory. And they would eventually score on that drive to make it 14-7. But here we go. Davion Clements, the handoff, and the ball goes to Eli Bridges, who throws to Nehemiah Cabell, who catches the touchdown pass. 28-14 was your final. GW victorious. The other battle of unbeatens tonight, not the usual Seminole District suspects as of late, but times they are a-changing, because as we look high atop Russberg Red Devil Stadium, Stadium right there. It's JF at 4-0, Rustburg at 4-0. Pick this one up second half, 24-8 Cavs lead. Watch this run. Josiah Bell doing his best Van Halen running with all the Devils on his back right there. Look at him go. Britton Witt was clearing the way. The big fella up front. Bell caps off the drive with the touchdown run. JF 31-8. More Cavs, Wrigley calling. And they are playing smash mouth football in Forest. It is 38-8. Rustburg's Michael Knight to Alexander Dunn right here, 20-yard touchdown connection, but not enough. JF 45-24. What about an undefeated LCA at Heritage? And we are high atop City Stadium right here. Beautiful sight in Lynchburg. Opening possession. Bulldogs quarterback Jeb Moon to Dalton Nesselrote here, and it is 7-0. Next LCA possession, Gideon Davidson. Dare I say, giddy up, 30-yard gallop and go right there, and he has a burst when he needs it. It's 14-0. Pioneers trying to make something happen. Tavion Clark, some nice moves. He's got skills, and he'll pick up a first down, but this all LCA tonight. Jeb Moon finding Reagan Burgess, all 6'3", 270 of them for the first down. LCA 42-0. Meantime, Brookville blanks Liberty tonight. EC Glass's lone losses to PH. Keep that in mind as they handle Amherst County. Southside now, and we are looking in on some proud programs seeking momentum, beginning with the Bengals of Bassett. Odd game tonight with Halifax County in third quarter. Bassett's up 13-0. Halifax's Jason Haynes to a wide open DeAndre Guthrie up the middle. He's gone. 60-yard touchdown reception. Comets fighting back in this one. Halifax with the ball again. This is Joshua Miller. He's going right up the middle. Little burst to avoid the worst. And it is 16-13. Bengals need to respond. David Cook, quick pass to Jalen Lyde. And he'll get to the sideline to about the 30. But the Bengals would end up missing what would be a tying field goal. And Halifax's ball again. It's Miller again, and it is Miller. See ya! Look at that move as he shakes everyone and is gone. Halifax 22-20. They are victorious. Mecklenburg County, the Phoenix at Martinsville tonight. The Bulldogs looking for their first win. Opening drive, DeAndre Watson, the big fella, rambling on in. He'll go 50-plus yards for the touchdown right there as he does break the plane. Meantime, Martinsville's Marcus Long. And, yeah, he is in trouble and sacked right there. Second quarter, Mecklenburg's Watson called up again. Once again, he is gone, and so it goes. Mecklenburg County 25-0 tonight. Magna Vista, those Warriors remain perfect, 64-13 tonight. Gretna shocks Appomattox 31-23. Meantime, William Campbell and Alta Vista were in a shootout, and Chatham edges Nelson County. This reminder, no producers or directors were harmed in the making of our opening thrill cam. Everybody has contacted their union rep, by the way, and they've all filed a grievance, so don't worry. We'll see if anybody filed a W at the showdown in Salem tonight. Could Christiansburg keep the momentum rolling? They were in Pulaski County. And NFL royalty returning to the Star City. We'll hear from Rondé, plus this.
We're the Bulldogs, and we're watching First and 10 of WSLS. Woo! Woo!
All right, Lord Botetourt's band, new uniforms debuting tonight. It was very nice, right? Eric, we had two undefeated showdowns tonight, but this game I feel like that you had maybe had as much importance as those two.
It certainly did. And out of all the teams I've had a chance to cover this season, PH and Salem are the two teams that I've seen the most. I like the fact that both teams can adapt. Salem, of course, had to do that, losing their starting quarterback a couple weeks ago. Unfortunately, PH would have to do the same tonight. Let's get you to the highlights. Great sunset over Salem Stadium. Another matchup full of D1 talent. Patriots driving on their opening possession. Joey Beasley with with the rough and rugged run. Look at this here. Got up favoring his foot, but he shook it off just a few plays later, though. It's so much trickery going on. I couldn't find the ball. Finally, it's in the air. It's a deep pass. It's intercepted, returned 84 yards for a touchdown by Cohen Logan and the Spartans. But the bigger deal is Joey Beasley. He was down on the play, left with a foot injury, returned to the sideline in the second half on crutches. That simply left the Patriots one-dimensional and fairly predictable. Kweli Carter was in at quarterback a few times this past year, intercepted by Salem's new starting quarterback, Chris Martin. He returned that for a touchdown. Salem led 17-0 at halftime. Now, PH did get a Marcel Murray rushing TD in the second half, but not enough. Salem wins it 24-7. Now, we had some technical issues with our post-game interviews, but I can tell you that Coach Holter gave a lot of credit to his defense for stepping up in a very big way tonight. And his offense did just enough, including a 40-yard touchdown run from Peyton Lewis. Asked for PH, I checked in with Coach Filler just before we left the parking lot. As you would imagine, that foot injury to Beasley put a wrinkle in their plans. But he did credit their defense for also continuing to play a rather tough game tonight.
Both of those teams having to adapt on the fly, and hopefully they can all be healthy by the time we get to the playoffs. Eric, you got to talk to a Hall of Famer tonight.
I did. What a pleasure.
Yeah.
What a pleasure it was to see Rondé Barber back in the Star City. A lot of former coaches were out there for him as well. Steve Spangler, Mike Tolley, even Fuzzy Minix was on hand. The one thing that struck a chord with me for Rondé Barber in his Hall of Fame acceptance speech was him talking about having to become uncommon. And I asked him about that moment from his speech last month.
It's easy to stay in a crowd and do what everybody else is doing and just getting by. I realized, probably to my benefit, obviously it was, that doing what everybody else was doing was not going to work out for me. And if I wanted to be something more than the expectations of what other people had for me, maybe what I had for myself at the beginning, I needed to do things that other people weren't doing. And that translated into 16 years of pretty good professional football and ultimately this gold jacket.
Yeah, pretty good-looking stuff. Former Cave Spring and UVA standout Rondé Barber back at home after his NFL Hall of Fame induction. He spent 16 seasons as a cornerback, all with Tampa Bay. Third-round pick in '97, five-time Pro Bowler. Of course, he's set to be also honored by the Buccaneers on Monday Night Football. So full weekend ahead for Rondé and the crew.
Yeah, congrats to him, no question about it. That's a huge deal for the Star City.
Indeed.
That said, his former team was in action tonight, and he was around to see it. There is Coach Mike Tolley and Rondé Barber. And first quarter action, Garrett Lonker throwing to Cameron Geralds, who's going to ramble into the end zone for a nice touchdown in front of Rondé, and it is 7-0 Knights. Second quarter, penalties on the Bruins got the Knights in good field position. They convert a field goal to stretch the lead to 10. This is Ethan Karpa going deep, but this is picked by James Murphy, brought down by Luke Poff, but nonetheless, Cave with the key possession. Not long after, the Knights going to cash in. Garrett Lonker with the touchdown pass to Owen Sweeney. Here he comes, 38-7, Cave Spring victorious. What about Christiansburg? Undefeated 4-0 at Pulaski tonight. Tough place to play. Tough place to win. First quarter, it's Tanner Evans who's been doing it all, and here he is by himself, 35-yard scoot, scamper, and score. And Christiansburg is on the board. Still first half. It's Evans again. Long touchdown run off the quarterback power. And when he bursts through, it's going to be hard to reel him in from behind. He is gone. Cougars weren't going to give up, though. It's quarterback Christian Gallimore to tight end Marcus Reed. Back of the end zone, got the feet down, touchdown catch. In the fourth, Cougars clawing their way back, another touchdown for Marcus Reed. End of the night with 3, but the Blue Demons seal it. Rushing touchdown, Isaiah Cotto. Blue Demons remain undefeated, 44-20. Broadway defeated Rockbridge County tonight, 50-6. VISAA Showdown, Division III champ North Cross and the back-to-back Division I winner Benedictine colliding this afternoon in Roanoke. That said, here we go, and trying to set the tone early would be the Raiders. Jarrell Rhodes with a little Scarface going on. Say hello to my little friend. Then it's the quarterback. It's Cody Shelton. He is picked by Josiah Hines, setting up the Raiders deep in Cadets territory for Brock Miles. Power plunge coming coming up, and it's 7-0. North Cross the lead, but the Cadets would score 34 unanswered, including the Shelton to Jazeel Hart touchdown. 34-7, your final. Bath County at Roanoke Catholic tonight, and Bath County is 4-0 second quarter. Andrew Turner taking it around the corner, 5-yard touchdown run, a 2-point conversion, and it's 20-8. Celtics answer right back. DeMarcus Brown, wide open, Kaished Arrington. He turns the corner, 53-yard touchdown right here, and it's 20-14. But the Chargers going to come right back. Ethan Bryant from midfield to inside the 10. And 2 plays later, Hunter Waldeck punches it in. 56-28, Bath County victorious. St. Anne's Belfield over Smith Mountain Lake tonight, 42-22. Grayson over Giles, that is a big win for them. Galax blanks Auburn tonight. Fort Chiswell handles Eastmont. George Wythe over Rural Retreat, 23-16. And Craig County, 34-14. James Monroe over Narrows, who honestly had to be drained after that win over Giles. James Monroe comes in and gets the victory, 21.